this poor block.
Oh.
That's okay.
It's fine. It's just she didn't
fine.
break. It's okay. It's okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dare Wears, where today we are going to be crafting and learning a new skill today. So Dare will be wearing a new hat today. I will be bringing in my wig master friend, Jess Mills. She's going to be teaching me how to style a wig that currently doesn't exist in the ether. So it's going to be a very interesting day of me learning some brand new wig techniques. Let's bring on in Jess. Say a prayer for me because I'm terrible with hair. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so bad. It's going to catch on fire. And Jess is here.
Hello. How you doing?
So good. How are you?
Good.
I just knocked over your head. I'm so sorry. I have a bit of a secret to share with you.
Ooh.
I'm terrible with hair.
No.
The worst. Like, couldn't curl my hair if I tried. Can't tease. Well, I can tease. I destroy my hair when I do. This is why I don't do any of my wigs.
Gotcha.
But that's why I have you in my life to help me with a lot of my wigs. So I just thought it would be really fun to pair an expert with, I wouldn't even call myself a beginner, just the worst hair person you've ever met.
Okay.
And we're gonna make a wig that you've never made before.
Oh, I love a mashup.
Yeah. So we're gonna be working right now on making a daisy wig, but with a Hut Slayer Leia kind of twist, like a little braid on the back.
Okay.
It's gonna be really fun.
I think the first thing we need to do is really take a look at these references and figure out what we're gonna need. Then we're gonna gather some supplies, and then we'll take a look at the wig and see what the wig needs to do this. Does that sound-
Excellent. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Perfect. Sounds great.
All right. So we're taking a look at this, and we're trying to see like what of our main elements. We've got some really good pictures of Daisy here, and here. And we see we've got that really voluminous bang that's so indicative of the characters. And so then we've got the Leia braid sits right in the middle of the back there. We've got the bang, we've got the braid, nothing interferes there. Daisy's got a crown up here and a hat there. We'll deal with that later. The only other thing that I really see that we need to address is with Leia, it's all up into the braid. But with Daisy, we have that shoulder bit. We can either take a wig and pull it all up into a ponytail, or we can take a wig and we can just give you like just a little bit of a flip that kind of like echoes Daisy, but still covers the wig base itself and makes it a little bit easier. What do you think?
I personally know that I need a little bit of coverage in the back. Everybody has a little hair on their nape. I think like some sort of hybrid of like either a tendril or something that kind of mimics the flip, but not too much.
Yeah.
Just for my facial structure. And so it doesn't look like I'm bald.
Yeah, I like that. I think this is great. So let's start with gathering supplies.
Let's do it.
Okay, first of all, we need something to put the wig on. We've got a couple heads and we've got some clamps. So you got a long braid or a long thing, and this way, you can raise it up, you can raise it down.
Cool.
Now, we're gonna put our heads on it. Heads come in sizes. So if you know your head size, then you just grab the head that corresponds. I've got a 21.5 inch, that's a 22.5 inch. How do you know your head size? This one. And so once you know what size head you have, then you'll know what size head you'll need.
Got it. Okay.
Now, stick it on there. Does yours spin a little bit?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, a little. That's gonna be a problem because as you're trying to style it and you're pulling and it spins. So I like to use shelf liner, stuff you get at like the dollar store.
Oh. Okay.
And then you put your head on it.
Oh, so you don't want it to spin.
No. A little bit of movement is good, but you see how much more force you have to give it to make it do that now?
Yeah.
So that way, when you're combing and you're styling, it's not gonna get out of control for you.
Gotcha.
All right, next thing we need combs, we need scissors, we need all these other things. You're gonna see all these tools that we're gonna be using the whole time. You're gonna need clips, you're gonna need, sometimes you won't know what you need until you're styling. But don't worry, I got a whole bunch of stuff with me and we'll kind of go over things as we go.
Awesome.
All right, wig time.
Wow.
We're actually gonna use two for this. We got one here, another.
Oh.
But this is a really nice wig for Daisy. She's got a little curl in her already. That's gonna kind of help us with the bang and the little swoop and all that stuff, and we'll kind of address that. But the very, very, very first thing, the most important thing you have to do when you get your wig is wash it.
Oh.
You must wash your wigs. Doesn't really even matter what you use. You can use dish soap, you can use laundry detergent, you can use shampoo. I don't care what it is,
Just something
wash
to get
it.
the junk off it.
Yeah, wash it,
Gotcha.
dry it, it's ready to go. All right, so now you're gonna put it on your head.
Hooray! Oh, for reals?
Not your head, your head.
Oh, I was like, my head. Okay. I was like, fashion show.
Now, first thing you need to do is determine which side of your head you're using.
Oh.
But you notice I got like a rounded bit back here.
Yeah.
So this is definitely the back for me.
Oh.
And I'm gonna do mine the opposite direction so that people see the front part. So I can throw this on and know that it's level, and I'm not too far forward. Stretch the back down, make sure the back is, you know, not hung up on anything. And then you want to take a T-pin or something similar, and you're going to want to pin your ear tabs down.
Oh, okay.
So what I like to do is kind of hold the hair out of the way, grab the ear tab, put the pin in it, and I grab that ear tab, and I'm going to be pointing toward the face till I hit the block.
Yep.
Then as soon as I do, I'm going to turn it around and go back so that when I pull on it, it doesn't go anywhere. So now that should be really secure. I could pick it up and it's not gonna go anywhere.
Oh.
Okay?
Ooh, I don't
This is not a necessary step, but you could do that.
I don't know how confident I feel about mine now. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, great.
Okay, so now she's on there. So we wanna section out our bang area. This one has a bang that's cut. If your wig doesn't have a bang, you just need to figure it out. You just gotta find your bang.
Just watch another YouTube video on it.
Just watch another one.
It's
you know,
fine.
I use my fingers a lot, but you can also use a comb.
Yeah.
And you can use the end of that comb from the top part of the bang and down.
So you're just grabbing all the short pieces?
Yeah, grab all your short pieces out.
Your shorties?
Most of the time, a bang is usually this like triangular section right here.
Gotcha.
That's a good section, Dare. You did very nice on this side. I can't see the other side, but I'm gonna
I haven't done the other side yet.
Okay, well keep on going then.
So do I like clip this separate?
Yep.
Cool. So many long pieces. I'm like, get out.
You want to make sure that when you're looking at it straight on, that you've pulled out a section that is centered to the wig.
Right.
And now Pikachu's behind me.
Yeah. Pikachu.
And I want you to put that section in this little rubber band.
Like.
I shall do the same.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I parted it. Let's look even to you. Whoa. And then here's Jess's.
Part it out.
Nice.
And I'm gonna take this rubber band and I'm gonna grab that section and just get it out of my way for right now. Now, the next thing I see on our reference picture is that little side bit. Okay? This is the part that literally sits over your ear. Grab that little bit. Now we know this is far longer than the piece we're gonna be dealing with.
Yeah.
We don't wanna cut it yet because we wanna make sure that we have everything sectioned out before we do any cutting. And then once you've done that side, you're gonna match it up on the other side.
Cool. Okay. Okay, so rubber band over here for our sideburns. Got our, this does not look center anymore, but that's
all right.
okay. Another sideburn. We're gonna fix her.
What we're left with is our back section. I'm gonna take all this hair in the back and just put it in one big rubber band. I'm just trying to make sure that it's kind of, the section is a little bit neat so that it's not in my way later. You're
sorry.
doing fine.
Let me, show yours. You're like, oh, it doesn't have to be precious. Like, look at this glob. Like, it's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna fix it. Now that I know that it's like, it's not crucial, but it needs to look nice, I will fix it.
We can turn our attention to the front part, the bangs. That's what we're working with. So what I want you to do is take your blue comb. Okay.
Lightsaber Brian, okay.
You're gonna take the rubber band out of the section we're working with, and we're gonna start teasing this section.
Okay.
We are going to take a section. How much?
Okay, like generous.
You're gonna hold it from the top, and you're going to take your comb, and you're going to start pushing down. So I'm holding the top, but I'm not like death grip on the top.
Oh, I see.
And I just keep doing that.
My section already looks pretty big. Do I need to do half of that, or is it okay?
You're good. Now smooth that all up, then hold the top, top. There you go.
Oh, all the way.
Not, you were halfway
like
there.
taut.
Right about there.
Okay.
Okay? And you're gonna put the comb at the top and then down.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad. The reason we're doing this is that the wig doesn't have texture on its own. If I were to just tease this like this and then try to brush it into shape, it would fall right out.
Oh.
All right, it's time for the steamer.
Woo!
All right, obligatory safety meeting. Steam is hot, steam can burn you. Be very, very careful. This is just a regular clothing steamer. A lot of cosplayers already have one to steam their clothing. We have teased this into a nice fluffy cloud, and now I'm going to go through and steam this into place.
Oh, that's what makes it stay. I see.
So that it won't just fall right out again. So we're gonna steam it and let it cool. Then we're gonna go to the next section, steam it, let it cool, and then continue from there.
Oh, okay, got it.
When you're steaming this part, this is very important. Don't hold it and steam it. It'll burn your fingers. And get that steam in there. And I'm pressing, like I'm really kind of pushing. You see how it starts to stay in place? So you see how I'm pulling the sections down as I go?
So you're going up against the grain, but then when you're done with that section, pull it down.
I pull it down.
Okay.
All right, it is your turn.
Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna like move all these guys out of the way. Dun, 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 and I'm gonna get in and under. Boink a doink. Going in.
Press it in.
So I feel like it kind of like once it gets wet or steamy, it just sort of automatically like flops down too.
Sure.
Like it's
Yeah,
not
'cause
as
it's got
like,
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nice thing about synthetic hair is that since it's plastic, it doesn't hold on to water. So it's not like human hair when your hair gets wet and you're gonna take hours for it to dry. Now we're going to tease and steam this section. Now you will notice that this is a lot longer than what we need. You could cut this approximately the angle you want. You might end up cutting it too short because as you know, when you tease it, sometimes it gets shorter, but we also don't need all of this hair. I'm going to cut it to about the shoulder.
Okay.
So you don't want to use your fabric scissors, you don't want to use your craft scissors, you want to have a pair of scissors, hopefully, for your wig. It doesn't need to be a really expensive set, but it can be pretty.
These are real pretty.
They're very pretty. You want a pair of scissors that you're going to use for your wig, ideally.
Okay, wig
If
only.
all you had is kitchen scissors, I guess it would work. But if you're getting into this and you're trying to do some more wigs, you can get a pair of wig scissors. I know that my section when I'm done is probably gonna be about this long, but I don't wanna cut it there because every time you cut it, it's gonna be too short. So I'm gonna go a little further down, about here, and I'm just gonna kinda
Oh God, you just like really went for it.
right down
just
there.
like really went for it all the way at the bottom.
Oh, yeah,
God.
get it right about there. Yep.
Okay. You did it so confidently. Oh. That felt good. But I already feel like I have a better grasp than when I started.
Good.
Okay.
So we're now cool and dry, and we're gonna start on the side, and we're gonna take a brush and the ASMRs.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. And when you're brushing out teasing, you need to start at the bottom.
Okay.
Brush at the bottom and then go a little bit higher. And then I'm gonna start encountering a little bit of resistance. And I'm gonna brush through this entire little section here. And you see how nice and puffy that section is?
Oh wow, yours is so big. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. That's the only part I know of that song.
Before we do the bang, take a pin and kind of pull that out of the way. Or you can use a clip, or you can use a rubber band again. You just wanna make sure you keep your sections separate. Then we're gonna do the same thing with the bang. We kind of start at the ends, and you might have to split this in half to really get to it. And I'm brushing all the way down to the roots. You wanna be able to brush through it really easily. So we are now ready to start shaping our pieces.
Ooh, okay.
Take your section and smooth it out. You've got your volume now, but obviously that doesn't stay there. So we're gonna tease it again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're gonna add some teasing powder or hair powder to it to help our teasing. You can use pretty much any hair powder. We're gonna be kind of generous with this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle some on top, and then I kind of like push it in, and then I'm going to part it roughly into thirds, and I'm gonna sprinkle some on top, and then I kind of push it in, and then I wanna get a little bit on the underneath too.
So first you sprinkle a little bit on top. Doinky doink. Oh, this is, oh.
That's all right, it's okay. You can't do too much.
That wasn't on top.
Well, a little further away actually, kind of like when you're salting food.
Oh,
You wanna
okay.
like evenly distribute it. So now that you've got the powder evenly distributed, pull your wig back up into place. You're gonna start teasing it again. You wanna smooth it out really nicely. And then you're going to take your teasing brush, and I'm gonna go towards the bottom and work my way up.
Little at the base, and like that's
And
kinda
then very
it.
lightly throughout.
It's like the balance of knowing like when is too much is kind of.
It is, and we're ready to start shaping this. We're gonna take our same brush, our same teasing brush, and we can just start gently smoothing. And we know that it kind of comes to a point, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna kind of be angling this, bringing this down into a point. You can kind of see through it. You've got like the teasing in there. You wanna compact it a little bit more.
Oh.
And I just go down the section doing that, just pushing that teasing together so that those 3 or 4 sections I was doing now become one solid section.
Oh, okay.
I like to layer products inside the interior of these wigs as I go to really make sure that if I'm trying to like push all the teasing back in together, there's product in there to hold it.
And this would be in substitution of the hair powder.
In addition to.
In addition, okay.
Yeah, so if you find that you've steam teased it for texture and you've put hair powder in and it's still not gripping well, maybe you just need a little more, let's add some hairspray into the mix. So I've got it smooth the way I like it. I'm gonna hairspray it, and I usually smooth it down with my hands. And then I'll, make sure it's dry before you brush it, because if you brush wet hairspray, it gets stringy.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna start coming to a point. We're not gonna cut this yet, but we do need to come to a point. So I'm gonna kind of hold it and spray. Don't breathe it Just kind of pull it in there, and I start using my pins. If you don't have a lot of these pins, you can put a rubber band on it like I did on this side to hold it out of the way so you have extra pins. I just happen to have a lot of pins, so I'm able to do it like this. And then we can start building the bang.
Cool.
All right, so now we're gonna move on to the bang. So we've already brushed our bang out, but we have not seasoned our bang.
Nar.
So let's get some hair powder in there. And then I'm gonna take a section.
It's like you putting salt on popcorn.
And see how I've got it like,
Yeah. Oh,
get a nice dust across the top. I've moved up to a standing position because this is a little more ergonomic for me. And we're gonna start smoothing it. When you're doing these kinds of wigs, if you were to part it and then try to tease it, it'd be really, I think, a little too separate. So I'm gonna kind of part it while it's teased to start encouraging
the separation. I feel like I did way better at the bang than I did with the side.
Part of it is the density. This has a lot more hair in it, so it makes it, it's a little more forgiving. Now we're gonna kind of like start swinging the hair in the direction we want it to go.
Okay, so you're doing the whole thing.
Right now I am. I'm gonna pull those smaller sections out in a little bit, but right now I just wanna kind of like
get this shape established. Okay.
So this piece here comes around this way, but these pieces don't follow that. They hug tighter.
Straight.
Not straight. They go more along the head.
Oh, this is so forgiving. I'm obsessed with her.
I know, it's so much easier
I
than
love
the
this
side.
part. This is great.
So now I've got some beautiful butt cheeks.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my gosh, I like looked away for 10 minutes. Wow. Okay, and like here's where I'm at, which I'm getting there.
You're getting there. You're getting. I'm very proud of you.
I'm just really taking my time.
Now we're gonna move on to our little front bits. So what we need to do now in our shape of our bang is find where those defined pieces are. We probably are gonna have to cut this down a little because, you know, if our forehead's there and if this is sitting at our eyebrow, that'll be in our eye. So we're gonna probably trim that up a little bit. And then we're gonna wanna like puff that a little and puff that a little. All that teasing in there enables you to just push that volume back in. And then we're gonna match it up on the other side and then we can finesse it.
Yeah, I feel very like educated. Like I'm so glad we did the 2 wigs because like I found this to be very helpful. I got a really nice lift on the top, so I'm like happy with that. I'm trying to get this to like come forward and go that way. I think that's my biggest problem right now.
So it come down a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that it kind of like
Covers that bald spot that I have.
And then the cheeks squeeze together.
Don't make a butt crack, but like kind of.
All right, so we're doing pretty good. We're getting our shape coming along.
Yeah.
And so now we're gonna focus on our center bits, our little spider mouth,
Yeah.
and we're gonna start cutting.
Oh. Oh, we're cutting now.
We're cutting. We have 3 options for how we cut this. We can use thinning shears, which have little teeth. We can use our regular shears, or you can use a razor. Don't recommend a razor for everybody unless you're really comfortable with it, but those are our options. Once you get your little center piece as full as you want it, so you could either cut it with thinning shears until you get it as small as you want. This does is, since you don't cut straight across, it allows that hair to come to a point.
Oh.
If you want to do it with regular scissors, you would have to kind of spread it out a little bit, and then you would point cut. You'd kind of cut up. Or if you are comfortable with and proficient with a razor, you can carve it.
Oh, okay, dang.
I often will carve it and then like soften it with thinning shears. And you just take a little at a time. Maybe let me come in with the thinning shears. It's a little thick right there. So I'm gonna lighten it up a bit. We've got, this point kind of came together naturally right here. I'm actually gonna use my razor for that one. So we're just gonna carve it off. Down here, same idea. If we've got that as our target, this is where you'll see like the difference between the thinning shears and the razor a little bit. Check it, okay. So we're getting there. Just gonna go a little shorter.
So we're at a point where we obviously aren't gonna end up using 2 wigs, and we are ultimately kind of deciding between like which one we wanna go with. And obviously because Jess has quite a bit more experience than I do, we're just gonna start doing a lot of techniques on her wig where she's just gonna be teaching and showing. This video is probably pretty long at this point, and you're like, I get it. we're doing it. So we're gonna just start doing some techniques on Jess's, and you will still get all of the fun tips and tricks. But for a first timer, I feel like I actually did like better than I thought I would.
You did great.
I definitely now have learned that like when I am gonna do something like this, I need a lot more time.
You should be very proud.
Thanks, this was really fun.
So when you've got everything in pretty much where you want it, this is when you bring out the hairdryer and you start cementing it into place.
Oh.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is spray it really, really well. We're going to smooth it, and then I like to use a diffuser for this.
Oh, okay.
And you just hover it. Really get that in there. Then you can take your regular scissors and just trim those long bits so that you end up with a perfect little point. And if you wanted to really lock that point in, you could then take tacky glue or something else, not hot glue, tacky glue, fabric glue, something like that. And you could just put a little bit on there and that'll help hold that in.
That looks great.
And you just repeat that process on all of your points.
Oh, wow.
So now we get to move on to setting up for our ponytail. So what we're gonna do is take these short layers, that half ponytail that we did. Surprise, that was actually something we needed.
Whoa.
It doesn't really matter where I'm pulling from, just so long that I have enough at the bottom to kind of give ourselves some coverage and enough that this kind of makes sense, because this is where our braid's gonna go, right about here.
So if you look at the reference, it's like right, doink.
Another little trick that I like to do, I'm going to make a connection point on the inside of the wig. I'm gonna take this rubber band and I'm going to loop it around this weft, but we're gonna loop the ponytail, hold the rubber band through, and we're gonna slide one end in the other so that it's like a little slip knot.
Oh, okay.
And this is on the center so that we're centered, okay? So we've got that slip knotted through. Once you have it all smoothed and where you want it, make sure your ends are smooth, because if your ends aren't smooth, once you get the ponytail in and you try to smooth the ends, it'll like mess up your work again.
Oh.
We gotta smooth it all in place. You can use hairspray at this portion if you need to. Use your smoothing brush, and then you take your rubber band.
Oh. It all makes sense now.
And because this rubber band is attached to the base of the wig itself, it can't go anywhere. And then the rest of this, we're gonna do our little flippy bits.
Nice.
Exactly the same way we did the other flippy bits.
Slay.
That's essentially all that you need at this point until you put the braid on, because we've said we're gonna do this the same way we did the other one.
I didn't realize like how much goes into styling, especially like forming like wigs when you like, it's so crazy. It's 8:20 and we started at 2 p.m. 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8. Wait, yeah, 6 hours. So we're probably gonna finish the rest of this off camera, but because we've been here for 6 hours, this is gonna be it for today, but where can everybody find you on social media?
I am at J Mills Makeup and Hair on Instagram and Facebook, I believe. I'm on TikTok at Pixie Chick, Pixichik.
Be sure to give her a follow and let her know that you found her from this YouTube tutorial or just from like any of my content, because I tag you in like every wig I've worn from you. Yeah, this has been like really fun and super awesome.
Proud of you.
Thank
Look
you
at
so
you.
much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you coming over and spending all of your day with me. Subscribe, share with your friends, and maybe try to like learn a new skill. You never know what you're gonna learn or take away from it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering, where is the full clip of Dare Taylor wearing the cosplay? I will actually be featuring this in my San Diego Comic-Con vlog that is coming up very, very soon. This was just a simple test run of me wearing it at Comic-Con Ontario, so stay tuned. The next clip is coming where you will learn how we built the rest of the cosplay and what it looks like on bod at a convention. So stay tuned. Whoa! So subscribe so you don't miss it, okay? Bye, subscribe.
But on that note, we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye, Dipper Cubs. Oh my gosh, 6 hours? 6 hours? That's like a part-time job.
Or a full-time one.
Or a full-time one.